In this demo, we're going to show how to use the VMRole authoring tool to update an existing gallery item. In order to do that, we're going to modify an existing resource extension and resource definition. We're going to import them into Virtual Machine Manager and the Windows Azure Pack portal, and we'll show what the update process looks like in the Windows Azure Pack portal interface. To get started, I have an existing ResDef package and resource extension package for a pet shop application. I'm going to copy these two packages to a new directory called v2, and so that I can keep track of which one corresponds to which version, I'm going to modify the names of each of the packages. Once that's done, I can simply drag the packages into the authoring tool and load up my resource extension and resource definition. I'll start by giving a quick overview of this resource extension so you can see the application profile artifacts which it contains. It's called Pet Shop, and its version is 1.0.0.0. I'm going to go ahead and change the version to 2.0.0.0, open up my application profile, and you can see that I have a number of Windows roles and features defined. I have a Pet Shop Web Deploy package, which is version 1 of the package. I have a number of script commands for that web deploy application, including a pre-servicing script, a post-servicing script, and a post-installation script in order to configure this website. I also have two provisioning scripts, one to install the web deploy framework on the machine, and one to configure the data tier portion of this application. I have 4 SQL databases, as well as a SQL profile, which contains a single SQL deployment, which is used to complete the installation of a prepared instance of SQL Server within the virtual machine. If I look at my resource definition, we can see that its name is Pet Shop, and its version is 1.0.0.0. It's also bound to version 1.0.0 of the Pet Shop resource extension. What I'm going to do first is change the version of my resource definition to version 2.0.0.0, and I'm also going to change the extension reference to the Pet Shop resource extension version 2.0.0.0. Finally, I'm going to go ahead and modify my resource extension so that instead of specifying version 1 of the web deploy application, I'm going to include version 2 of this application. I simply browse to where I've pre-staged the version 2 of the web deploy package. I select it, and I click Update. I can now go ahead and click the Validate button. I see that I have 0 errors and 0 warnings, so I'll go ahead and remove these extensions after saving them. And the next step in the process will be to import the updated resource extension to Virtual Machine Manager and the updated resource definition to the Windows Azure Pack gallery. To save time, I'm going to go ahead and do that, and I'll come back where we can walk through the Windows Azure Pack experience of deploying this update. I'm now logged into the Windows Azure Pack portal as a service administrator, and you can see that I have not only version 1 of my Pet Shop application, but also version 2 of that same gallery item. And as an end user, I have a version of Pet Shop already deployed. If I select the arrow next to Pet Shop, I can view the dashboard, and we see that I have version 1.0.0.0 deployed, and also that there's an update available to me. To see what the current version of Pet Shop looks like, I'm going to refresh my page, drill in, and go back to the home page. Back in the Windows Azure Pack experience, I can simply click the update button at the bottom of the screen. I can select which version I'd like to update to. In this case, we're going to go to version 2.0.0.0. And because I've already deployed this item, I don't have to give updated values for any of these parameters if I don't want to. I'm going to click the Update button, and once the update's done, we'll see what's happened to our Pet Shop application. Now that the update's complete, as referenced by this job here, you can see that our version is now 2.0.0.0. And if we go back to that web page and refresh, we can see that my image has been modified such that it's upside down. Well, I'm not really crazy about that look for my website, and I want to go back to the previous version of this gallery item. So as a tenant, I can simply come in, click my Update button again, choose to go to version 1.0.0.0, proceed through the wizard, and initiate the job. And once that job's complete, we'll come back and see if we've gone back to our good version of Pet Shop. Now that our update's complete, we can see that we're back to version 1.0.0.0 of the application, And if I switch over to its interface and refresh the page, our image is back and the website looks good again. That concludes the demo. I hope you found it informative, and thank you very much for watching.